Hey, you guys, I'm Bobbie, and this is Bobbie Reads Tarot. And today we are going to do a reading for the sign of Libra. Okay, we're getting back to our monthly tarot readings for our astrological signs. So this is going to be from November 7th, let's do November 6th, 2024. That's today. Through December 6th, 2024. That was a terrible shuffle. How are you guys doing? I hope you are well. If you are new here, like I said, welcome. I hope you will consider subscribing and hanging out. How are you guys doing after the election? Hopefully everybody's hanging in there. And we are going to look at what messages does Spirit have for the sign of Libra for, let's see here, November 6th through December 6th, 2024. Okay, let's take a look and see what we have. Okay, we're starting right off with the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is having pride in what you do. It's about being successful, and it's about receiving recognition. So you could receive some kind of recognition this month for a job well done, or something that you're doing. You're doing something where you're on the right track. The next card we have is the Eight of Wands reversed. The Eight of Wands reversed this can be misunderstandings or disagreements, and it can be delays or things going slowly. So you might find this month that things that you're wanting maybe are not happening as quickly as you would like to see them happen. And you might be prone to things like misunderstandings, and misunderstandings and arguments. I'm going to back this up a little bit, you guys. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's keep going. So now we have the Eight of Cups. Interesting. We have a 6 and we have 2 8s. 8 of Cups. Okay. 8 of Cups is changing directions. And it can be moving away from things that you do not find fulfilling. So during this month of November, you might find yourself leaning towards leaving the things that you no longer find fulfilling and heading towards things that bring you more fulfillment in your life. This is a really good time for looking for those things that give you excitement about your life and what you're doing. Living for those moments of your highest vibration. The next card we have is the Four of Cups. So this is what you don't see coming, okay? And the Four of Cups, this can be missing something that's really obvious. So there's going to be something in your life that you have been looking for, or an answer that you're seeking, or something, and you're missing it. But it's very obvious. It's right there in front of you, but you can't see it. And it's very interesting that we have this Eight of Cups, and in that picture, this person has their eyes covered. Okay? It's there's something you're missing, Libra. Something is happening here and you are missing it. We have the Knight of Coins. This is also Knight of Pentacles. And this is the energy of someone who's very reliable, very dependable. I feel like, Libra, you are someone who everyone counts on, everyone relies on. You have to be that person that is there to, help people when they're in need, and to take care of, your family, and you're that go-to person. you're definitely, you're that person that people are going to rely on. And this is someone who's like dependable, like on schedule, right? Like if they say they're going to do something, they're going to do it. They're going to be there. We have the Four of Swords reversed. Four of Swords reversed is a forced time out. It's being forced to take a break. And this is like external forces that are forcing you to take a break. So I'm wondering if something's going to happen, Libras. Be careful with your health. Make sure that you're taking care of yourself, that you're staying healthy. Really be mindful of, where you're going, where you're walking. Watch out for accidents. Just like really be mindful of yourself, because you could be forced into some kind of a timeout due to, illness, injury, potentially losing a job. Hopefully no one loses a job, but I do feel like there's some kind of a forced timeout. This card right here, this position, is the energy that you are putting out into the world. And so we have this Ace of Swords card, okay? And the Ace of Swords is about really knowing what your purpose is. Like really thinking, or like really being focused on what is your purpose. Like that's where you're headed. That's where you're going. You have clarity. You know what you want. You're headed in this like very, very, it's like this feeling of determination. Okay. So you're really giving this feeling, this idea, this energy of just how determined you are to achieve whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, Libra. We have the Four of Coins reversed. Four of Coins reversed talks about struggling to keep stability in your life or clinging to things too tightly. So right now, during this month of November, Libra, you might feel a lot of instability. And I think that that's, really to be expected right now. I mean, we literally like just had the election. There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of things that are going on. And I think it's really like natural and normal for people to have that feeling where nothing feels stable, and yet they're trying to like cling desperately to anything. And I think you're going to be feeling a lot of that feeling. The next card we have is the Seven of Coins reversed. So the Seven of Coins reversed, this is about like procrastinating, not putting in the long-term effort. And this card has to do with your hopes and your fears. And so I'm wondering if there's something right now that you are trying to achieve, Libra, where you feel like it's something that's big and it might feel overwhelming, and you might be feeling like, I can't do this. I'm not even going to put in the effort. Here's an example. Let's say you have a dream to buy a house. You might be feeling like, it's just, I'm too far away from it. Like, oh, it's too much money. I don't have money for a down payment. Oh, my credit's not where it should be. So my interest rate's going to be too high. Excuse, right? So then it's just like, I'm not even going to put in the effort. That's this feeling. And it's really important, Libra, that you do not allow yourself to fall into that trap, because it is a trap. And remember, you can think, do, or have, you can be, do, or have anything you want, period. That's it. You can argue with me on that one, but I mean, that is the truth. It's just, we can make decisions in our life to where we can be, we can do, or we can have anything that we want. I know this because I've lived it. My life hasn't been easy, guys, but I've had the opportunity to work really, really hard and to be, do, or have the things that I want. Through my determination, my manifestation, and, sheer willpower. But it's like, getting it more into that energy versus this energy of like, I'm too far away, it's too big of a goal, and it's just not going to happen. Really be careful, because you might be feeling a lot of that during this month. And it is not true. It is not facts, okay? Then we have this Knight of Swords. This is a really beautiful card. So the Knight of Swords is all about asserting your ideas, saying what it is that you want, speaking what it is you desire. And I think it's really interesting and appropriate that this card came out, because I just heard this and I was telling it to my son. So I heard that spelling, the word spelling, okay, when we're like spelling a word, where that came from is the actual act of casting a spell. And when you're putting energy into that word and you're putting it together and you're lining those letters up and you're spelling that word out, you're putting that energy out into the universe, okay? So the spoken word has incredible power. If you are into aliens and that kind of stuff, you'll know that typically they say that the aliens communicate telepathically. All right, so they have no need for spoken word because they don't need it. We are a species that communicates through word. That is our power. Our power is our ability to speak. And so they say that when you want to manifest something, it's not enough to just think the thoughts. You have to actually speak the words out loud. Okay? It's about speaking into existence what it is that you desire. And I feel like this Knight of Swords card is about that. It's about putting the energy behind what it is that you desire by saying it out loud. So whatever this thing is, whatever this big dream is that you're working on, that you might be feeling like this is impossible. Like I am not even going to put the work in because it's not going to happen. You need to start speaking it into existence. All right. Use your words. It's very interesting too, because there's a broken chain. Break the chains of the things that you don't want, the things that you are resisting. Break those chains and know that you can free yourself. You can have, do, be anything you want. We are going to use these cards. These are the Gypsy Oracle cards. I just got these. I really like these a lot. As always, if you're ever interested in the decks that I use or you're curious, there is a link in the description box down below to my website. And on my website, I have links, or I have all of the decks shown, and then I have links to where you can purchase them, okay? So, if you ask me in the comment section what the decks are, I'm probably not going to see it or answer. So go check out my website. It's there, okay? Alrighty. So let's see what else we can get. I want 4 more cards for the sign of Libra for November 6th, 2024 through December 6th, 2024. Okay. We have reunion. My cards are going everywhere. We have old woman. We have letter. And we have misfortune. Oof, God. Okay, well that's not very positive, is it? Okay, so reunion, you could definitely be hearing from someone from your past. With the old woman card, this could be, obviously it could be a woman who's older than you. This could be an old teacher. This could be, if you're estranged from someone in your family that's an older woman, it could be a reunion. you could be hearing from them. We have this letter card. So there's going to be communication coming in that's going to lead to a reunion during this month of November, okay? This misfortune card makes me wonder if the reason you're going to hear from them is because, unfortunately, something has happened. Something unfortunate has happened, and that's how you're going to need to be communicated with. This could also be an older woman passing. It's kind of a bummer. I mean, I don't want to sugarcoat it. This is what, you know, what it looks like, but it definitely looks like there is going to be some communication from someone that you probably haven't spoken to in a while, who is either an older woman, or the news is about an older woman, and the news that they're bringing is of a misfortune, some kind of a misfortune. That's really interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and move these out of the way. Okay, let's go ahead and move the Queen of the Moon Oracle and pull some more cards and see what else we can get for all of our Libras for November 6th, 2024 to December 6th, 2024. So this is going to be for the sign of Libra. And this can be your sun sign, this can be your moon sign, or this can be your rising sign. So let's see what we can get. There's one. Change. Okay, so change, thunder moon. So there's going to be changes coming. I think we know that. I think we can all kind of feel. It's interesting because this card has lightning in it, right? Do you see that? And I feel like that is very much the energy of what we're feeling right now, is this electricity in the air, and the change is coming, you know, and change is necessary. Change can be really scary, but it is necessary. We cannot grow. We cannot expand if things don't change. So I do think that this is going to be a time of really big change on a global scale. I think we're going to see some real major changes, growth. Now look at this. So the number for change is the number 5. Whenever you see 5s, typically that means that a change is going to happen. So this card that's called change is the card number 35. There's your 5. This card, the card of growth, it is card number 5. So change is going to be a very, very big theme during this month. But like I just said, and we got it again, this change is necessary for you to grow. Sorry, that was too many cards. That did not feel right, you guys. We're not taking those cards. This is such a pivotal time, and it's a really important time. And I've talked about this in other videos, but we are in this process right now of shifting from the 3D to the 5D, okay? And there are going to be people who decide to stay in this 3D world that's much more heavy and dense and weighted down and is rough. And then there's going to be those who choose to ascend to the 5D. And this is saying, Libra, this is your opportunity. If you're here and you're seeing this reading, this is your sign that, like, you're in the right spot and you need to change, you need to grow. And yes, it can be scary, and you can grow, you know, away from people. Sometimes there are people that, you know, will leave our lives. We're seeing a lot of splits happening right now. We're seeing a lot of people passing away because they're essentially opting out of not wanting to really move forward with this current situation that we're presently living in. And so it's just, there is so much change. And then we have boundaries. And I think that this is another really important and beautiful card, Libra, for you for this month. Things are going to be very difficult, I feel like. I feel like it's going to be a real rough time for a lot of people. Boundaries are going to be really important right now to take care of yourself and your mental health, and to also give you that room if you're wanting to make that shift, from the 3D to the 5D. It's okay to have boundaries. I think boundaries are going to be really important. And I know how difficult it can be for Libras to set boundaries, okay? However, they are very, very necessary. And this is a reminder to say, hey, for this month of November, really make sure that you have your boundaries set so that you can feel protected as you're going through these changes and through this growth. I do feel like could be kind of a tough time, Libra, but I also feel like this is going to be a time of pivotal growth. And I think that growth is going to be something so beautiful and so amazing. Okay, and then the final thing I want to do for this reading is I want to pull some oracle cards from the Starseed Oracle deck. This is a really nice deck. It has some really great imagery, has some really great messaging, and I just feel like we all need something that's a little bit, I don't know, good vibey right now, right? Do you guys think we need some good vibey stuff? Let's take a peek and see what we've got. Earth pulsing. Pulse of the mother. Slow down. Time in nature. Yeah, absolutely. So this is just going back to that idea of growth. I think that we're going to see, especially with how the election turned out, I think we're going to continue to see shifting between the 3D and the 5D. And I feel like this earth pulsing is really about that connection to earth that we all need to make right now. But especially you Libras, about feeling grounded, because the changes are coming for you. And it's time to slow down and to ground yourself. We have the 7-star sisters. With this card, it's all about birthing new creations, finding new things to focus on, and weaving that into your everyday life to bring some joy into your life through this idea of creation, whatever your form of creation is. So whether that is, something artistic, or, baking, or whatever is you create, this is your time to focus on expressing yourself through your own creations. I think that that's going to be something that is going to be very grounding for you, and it's going to provide some comfort during this month of really big changes. Okay, let's get one last card. This is going to be for the sign of Libra. And we have wisdom. I love this. She's standing on a pile of books, you guys. 22. Oh my gosh, I pulled the wrong deck. That's so funny. Okay, so obviously we needed this one. I'm gonna pull from here, but how funny. I didn't even catch myself. Wisdom. So what I really feel like this card is talking about, Libra, is really important to educate yourself. It's really important to understand what's going on in your world and in your life. So that means digging, and it doesn't mean just like finding a headline on a news web page. This is about digging deep. This is about understanding your history to know your future. Okay, this is important, and I am getting the message that it's time for you to start researching. It's time for you to start reading. It's time for you to start asking questions and finding answers, because the information you seek is out there. Okay, whatever that means. The information you seek is out there. Okay, we're going to do 2 last cards because these 2 came out. So we have surrender to the sweetness. This is Venus energy, okay? And then we have Harath, and this is longing for home, homesick for the stars. I've talked about this card before. So often people get depressed and they feel as if they don't belong, and they are looking for a place in which they can belong. And I think that what that feeling is actually a feeling of homesickness. It's knowing where we come from, and it's knowing on a cellular level what we're missing out on. And I think when we feel loneliness, it's more of a yearning for that of which we came from. And I think it's really important to keep that into perspective, because sometimes people can get really sad and really depressed. And I think if you understand that what that homesickness really is, and know that at the end of this experience as a human, that awaits you. You're going to go back to that. I think it helps make that loneliness so much more bearable for people. So I don't know who needed to hear that message, but whoever did, there you go. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And also, if you have not yet subscribed, please consider hitting that little subscribe button. And again, if you are interested ever in the decks that I use, go to my website. The link is in the description box down below, and there you will find links to all of the decks I use. Thank you so much, and have a great day, you guys. Bye.